Um, Hello, my name is Alexis Murillo, and we've all heard of sad stories of children unfortunately getting attacked by dogs, usually bigger dogs. This is a case, well, this is similar to what happened to young Roman. He was 5 years old, and at a park with his mom, he suddenly got attacked and mauled by a dog from the bull family. He's okay, alive and well. His injuries were mostly in the upper part of his face and everything. Um, you can find this story on BBC News. Um, but instead of blaming the dog itself or the dog breed itself, I'm mostly gonna focus on dog owners. And my main argument is that a lot of people are either not responsible enough or simply not ready to own an actual dog. Um, Firstly, I wanted to address the way people get dogs. When someone gets a dog, it's usually an impulsive thought. They don't usually think, they don't plan ahead, they don't think 10, 15 years time because that's as long as a dog can live. It's a pretty long commitment and a lot of responsibilities that a lot of them don't usually pay attention to. Uh, okay. Okay. Another reason I have listed here is the cost. They they don't realize or they are not prepared to the thought of a dog costing a lot of money. Like, yes, an average pack of dog food is not that expensive, but if it, for example, the dog needs vet care or anything like that, um, it can add up. And over the years, it could even cost up to thousands of dollars. And people simply don't look at that fact or anything like that. Okay. Okay, yeah. Some of the costs can include, like I said, vet care, food, grooming, um, dog sitting, or anything of that case. Okay. Um, Time. A lot of people don't really think of the amount of time that a dog is gonna need. Excuse me. Um, for example, dogs require time for exercising, training, um, social interaction. So taking them out to the park and interacting with other dogs so they know how to behave. Um, and they require a lot of overall attention. And a lot of dogs, and I've personally seen this, sadly, don't receive the attention that they need. They usually get left alone. If it's an apartment, that's another issue. Small, small houses. They don't have space for the dog, so they just leave them in a cage all day and whatever. It's pretty sad actually. But yeah, a lot of people are not. They don't think about how time consuming it can be to own a dog. Okay. Um, Need for education. Okay. Now, a lot of people may say that all you need is to love animals, A person that anyone that loves animals would be good at having a dog. But that's not necessarily true because loving does not necessarily mean educated. And education is important because every dog breed is different. Some of them need special care. Some of them have sensitive skin. Some of them have a lot of health issues due to breeding and stuff over the years. Um, so it's really, really important for everybody to be educated before actually adopting. And that's actually part of my solutions. I'll start sliding into that. Okay. Um, my first solution is, again, for each individual to do the research for the needs um, of each dog. Well, not each dog, but like the dog that they're interested in adopting. The needs of the breed, anything special going on, the basics. Um, for them also to figure out the finances. how expensive is dog food nowadays? Is there a good insurance plan or anything that could cover their dog needs, their vet, whatever? Um, and of course, their time. My other solution is for shelters to be more strict about who they actually let adopt a dog, or places that sell dogs, to sell a dog to. Because I know that a lot of dogs are in shelters, so they try to find them as like a home as fast as possible. But if the person that they're letting adopt the dog is not necessarily ready or responsible enough to have it, that dog is either gonna end up in another shelter, in a pound, or even on the streets because people just abandon dogs, and that is a other issue that I would like to talk about in another occasion. Um, but yeah, in conclusion, um, people don't people are too impulsive about getting a dog, and they don't really consider the big responsibilities that come with it. So, in my opinion, a lot of people are not responsible or ready enough to have a dog and end up educating them wrong, which results in cases like the one I visited in the beginning and everything. But yeah, there is no bad dogs, only bad owners, and that's why we should all just do more research, and shelters should really look into who they are letting take the dogs with them. So yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, that's all.